This one's been requested for a while. I'm gonna be doing another Total Gym, total body follow along workout. I'm gonna be doing 20 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, no repeats in this whole sequence here. For the most part, this can be tailored to various levels, but as always, do this stuff at your own risk. The only things I'm gonna use as far as accessories on this machine is gonna be the Total Gym squat stand. I'll be using a pad for my knees for some abdominal stuff, and then I'll be using just a basic handle, a little bit of swivel, a little bit of extension you're gonna need for some of these exercises, but there will be some audibles. I'm not gonna put any music in this follow along video just because I feel like the musical tastes vary greatly, so you guys can listen to your own music as I'm about to do for myself in this workout. I will do a little bit of voiceover and you will hear some timing and beeps when it comes down to the rest period sequence. So after the 40 seconds are done with the actual work, we'll hear a beep and then we're gonna quickly transition between each exercise. I know you'll see me hustling. I'll be looking at my notes here to make sure I get set up just in time. The ideal situations, this stuff should all kind of flow all together. Of course, you guys can go ahead, skip to various sequences and see what I'm doing if you guys want a heads up on what that's gonna look like here. Sometimes YouTube goes over my parameters I set for ads and how they insert things, but I will try and make sure if there are any ads, it's not gonna be inserted in the middle of a workout. If you guys like this video and want to see more Total Gym follow along workouts, best thing you guys can do is like, share, subscribe to this channel if you have not. And if you want to support me in any other way, you can certainly do so by checking out any kind of affiliate links I have. You want to save on a new Total Gym or something as simple as a super thanks donation on YouTube. That's always greatly appreciated. But regardless, if you like this stuff, let me know so I'll keep making these for you. If you want other up-to-date information on a Total Gym, check the website, subscribe to the mailing list. I got some things planned in the near future, but this one is for you guys. Been up to date, been a long time coming. Got a lot of you guys who have just picked up these machines recently, get new people on board all the time, so hopefully this is a new one that you guys can keep coming back to. Now, since this is a 20-minute workout, this can be very versatile and you can use this however you want. This could be the standalone workout. You could do this whole sequence 2 or even 3 times. This could be part of a warm-up. This could be part of something you do at the end of another resistance training or say cardiovascular workout. Totally up to you how you guys want to utilize and maximize this. That's the beauty of this type of stuff. You guys can take it and apply it how you guys like. So I'm going to employ minimal voiceover. You guys will see the countdown for the actual work time for 40 seconds and the 20 seconds of rest. One thing I did not consider on this first exercise with legs, literally until I started it, is that I'm doing single leg and I realized that's going to throw all the rounds off for 20. So at middle of like 20 seconds in, I'm going to switch legs on this first exercise being a single leg squat type of exercise. All right, now I'm just going to leave the squat stand in. And I'm just going to do the squat stand push off. I used to use a barbell, but I just find it works out pretty good just using your hands. You can finish off almost into a shoulder press, but works your chest and deltoids. Next one's going to be kind of a squat stand push off. It's not the hardest exercise in the world, but if you it actually gets you winded, no question. Just kind of focus on absorbing softly, pushing off, and just kind of going through the paces here. Next one's going to be a face down pullover or pull down, working the lats. Sometimes I pull straight down, sometimes I pull a little bit off to the side, but great lat exercise. Next one's going to be a rear delt fly. I'm dropping this down a little bit. I'm going to use my feet to absorb some of the pressure. Very deceiving exercise. I put the right over left. Everyone has a little different dominance, but you really should not be tangling those carabiner clips on top of each other. Just do a cross grip and then just kind of go at a nice, smooth, easy pace. Very deceiving exercise. Next one's going to be a push-up using the glide board. I try to elevate my hips a little bit on purpose just to kind of get the angle. Another option in retrospect could simply just be do a push-up on the ground. You can go your knees on the glide board. You could also just do a basic push-up for that matter. Gonna need to drop this down a little bit. I'm just gonna do an abdominal jackknife or pike. A pike is kind of bringing the hips straight up in the air. I'll do a few of those. Then about halfway through, I do a jackknife, just drawing the legs close to your body and then drawing them back out. Next one's going to be a hamstring curl. Also works your glutes if as long as you elevate your hips as you're kind of pulling it in. But you don't need this really that high off the ground. I couldn't go that much lower with this Evolve, so that's as low as I could get it. But I'm just going to do a hamstring curl alongside raising up my hips same time. Next one's just an abdominal rollout. Probably need something soft for your knees here. And again, you could probably lower this down if you can, if your total gym allows it. But just gonna roll out, find the cadence, find the groove that really just keeps that constant tension on the abdominals. Next one's going to be a chest press, and I got caught with the little string that goes into the safety thing. You should always have that safety thing. I do not with this Evolve, but I got snagged a little bit, so I had a little snafu, a little bit of a late start, but basic chest press, try and line up, try and press right through the nipple line, should be good. Next one's going to be facing the tower bicep curl, one of my favorites. Just kind of pretty self-explanatory. Lower down probably a little bit, and just work on flexing the elbows, not moving your shoulders a whole lot. Next one's going to do another pullover variation. This time we're doing supine or face up on the glide board. You might want to lower this. I think I did or I'm about to, but just going to go ahead and do that. Great lat exercise. Next one's going to be a chest fly. I raise this up a little bit with the Evolve model, and I'm going to be using my feet a lot to really get the dissipate the tension on my shoulders. You do not want to feel any shoulder stress. I'm kind of swooping down then coming upwards, but a key thing is I'm using my legs to dissipate the force and stress on my shoulders. Next one's going to be a pull-up. You can go ahead and pause the video, put in some attachments if you want to. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the horns. Sometimes I have these other little straps, Angle 90s attachments I've used on their videos, but basic pull-up variation. You can also detach the middle cable there. I think I just leave it in though. All right, another leg variation. Like I said in the beginning, kind of forgot about the whole working both legs at the same time. So I actually kind of I kind of winged it literally mid set or in the middle of this as I'm setting it up. But just single leg, I'm grabbing the bottom here. And this actually is still kind of deceiving. Just go single leg and just go one after the other, about 20 seconds in each leg. Just kind of working on pressing through the glutes, hamstrings, and just kind of getting that tension built up as you switch legs. Next one's going to be an inverted shoulder press. If you don't have an Evolve model, if you don't have an extension on the cable, what you could do is grab some attachments and just do the inverted shoulder press with the handle attachments down below if you do not want to do this version, but any kind of a shoulder press variation. Same thing with this one. If you don't have any extension in your total gym or sliding bench trainer, it might be a little hard, but I'm just going to do a lying on your back lateral raise. Should be doable on most models, but just another lateral raise shoulder exercise. All right, now I'm doing a face down tricep extension. You can do any kind of tricep extension you like. You can go face up if that's your preference, but I'm opted to do a face down version on this one. Also, I think you're gonna see me using my feet to again kind of dissipate a little bit of that tension in the elbow. All right, transitioning here in just an inverted or just lying on your back bicep curl. I love these exercises because it takes the back completely out of it and you're just really locked into the machine for a great bicep curl exercise. All right, last but not least, and this one I remember was pretty tough as I was doing this, but just a, again, isolated frontal raise, maybe a little excess with all the shoulder stuff we did, all things considered, but still a very great shoulder exercise using a total gym. All right, guys, that is it. Perfect total gym workout, in my opinion, where I'm not feeling run down, not drained. Could still do a bunch of stuff throughout the day as I got planned. I could do another 2 or 3 rounds if I wanted to. You guys could do something else, go out for a walk. That is the beauty of these machines and these types of workouts, in my opinion. So a couple things you note in this workout. If you guys, again, like this stuff, please show me by any kind of support, like, share, subscribe, etc. That tells me you guys want to see more of this, and I try and deliver on what you guys want. Thanks again, as always. I will see you on the next video.